Namhlanje ngise-Centurion ngizohlala nentokazi igama layo uTasneeka uthintene nathi ngoba ene-quest adinga simsize ngayo. Ake sizwe ukuthi quest yakhe ithini. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm very, very well. Please tell me a bit about yourself.
Basically, I'm actually not even from GP. I was originally born in KZN, Newcastle. I was born there, lived there till 2008. Then I moved up here to GP, finished off my schooling here, and didn't know what I wanted to do after school at all. So I basically sat at home for half a year.
Yeah.
Then my dad is like, no, get a job. So I went to work at a nail salon as a receptionist. From there, funny enough, I went to a law firm and now I'm doing tattooing.
Yeah. What type of a child were you when you were growing up?
I was never really the girly girl type of girl. So I was more with my dad. He would always show me how to fix the car, do things around the house, climbing trees, that sort of thing.
Your love for tattoos, when did it start?
I always loved tattoos myself. So I actually got quite a few pieces on me as well. This is my dad's name. Unfortunately, he passed away. So that's why I got it. The meaning behind it is basically he passed away on a bike. He had a heart attack, and all the riders in the crew that he was about to join had a tattoo Cossack here in this font. So he was on his way to get the tattoo when it happened. So I kind of got it for him in a way.
Please tell me a bit about you and being a tattoo artist. What does it mean?
I really love art. So originally my specialty is pencil drawings. And then a friend of mine suggested to me that I should start doing tattoos because I love getting tattoos so much. So I decided, okay, fine, why not? I went for the course, I fell in love with it. To me, it just feels really good to actually give someone a piece of art on their body that is meaningful to them.
So you do this full-time?
No, not full-time. I like doing this on the sidelines. I actually work at a law firm full-time. I know that it's two completely different worlds, the corporate and the tattooing. For me personally, it's not really a problem because I was lucky to find a firm that my bosses don't really mind tattoos.
Getting a tattoo on one's body, I know that the process is very long and there's a whole lot of things that go into it. Tattoo parlors are just mushrooming everywhere.
Yes.
For you, what would you say the process is if you want to educate somebody at home about the whole process of getting ink on your body?
First step is finding out what you want to get on your body, because it's permanent. So you're going to have to be happy with that design on you forever. Don't just go to any tattoo artist. Get to know the person better, see their previous work, because sometimes you can just go to any artist and they will completely mess it up.
Now let's talk about your quest.
Well, it'll be great to further my skills and knowledge in tattooing. And I know henna is definitely something that's part of my culture. I may not be Hindu, I may not be Tamil, I'm Christian actually, but it's still part of my culture itself. So whenever I go to Indian events and weddings and stuff, they always expect us to put the henna on our hands and feet and stuff. And I would love to know more about that because I don't really know the meaning behind it. Everybody tends to lose the concept and meaning behind the tattoos when you actually get a tattoo. A lot of people want to know what it feels like to have a tattoo but not actually have it permanent just yet. So if I do a henna tattoo for them, they'll be able to see what it is, and then if they want it, they can get it permanent.
I'm looking forward to going on this quest with you. But before we get started with your quest, we really need to get permission from an elder from your family. Who will we talk to?
My mom will be the best person to speak to.
And where is your mom?
She's inside the house,
Shall we go see your mom?
Yes, we shall. This is Sia from Kulcha Kwest. I wrote to Kulcha Kwest because I'd like to go on a quest for my culture, being Indian, how to do henna tattoos. I'm very inspired to do this because it'll help me in my tattooing, my artistry as well. So I'd just like your permission to go with Sia.
You have my permission to do it, Tess.
Could you please just explain to me your earliest memory of Tess and tattoos?
Tess has always been very artistic. She did art at school, and from the time she was a little girl, always making things with her hands and drawing stuff and portraits of her mom and dad and her sisters and things. She wanted to express that artistic ability in her, and when she went for the course, she was the top of her class, and a guy who facilitated allowed her to do a tattoo on his hand, which was good, I thought.
How important is it for you to be supportive as a parent? Because tattooing is something that is out of the norm for a lot of parents. They'll be like, no.
I think it's a good thing. It's not leading to anybody's detriment. It is an expression of artistic ability, and if they enjoy it, why not go for it?
Your mom's giving you permission to go on this quest?
Yes.
Now, this is my Kulcha Quest ticket. So this means your quest starts with us.
Thank
Tess,
you.
you have been Culcha Kwest. Go pack up.
Okay.
Get ready.
Great.
We're going to KZN, Durban.
Yay!
That's where you're going to learn
Okay.
everything.
Mom, I'm ready to go.
You have always had my support for all the good things you have done in your life. This is also a good thing to help raise up the level of your tattooing artistry. And I know that you're going to learn a lot from it. You have my blessings. You're always protected. God is there for you through and through. Love you lots.
So welcome to my home. My name is Tanisha. I'm a henna artist. How can I help you guys?
Thank you very much for giving us your time. I'm here with this lady, Tess. She's got a quest that she needs help with. She's right next to me, so she can actually speak for herself. For free, the floor is all yours.
I'm Tasneeka. Everyone calls me Tess for short though. I'm a tattoo artist as well. I was really interested in getting to know more about henna, knowing my culture a little bit more and then incorporating it into my tattooing business as well. When I get Indian clients coming in and they want similar pieces, I don't really know the meaning behind it. Okay. So it will be great to know the meaning behind it, actually know what I'm actually inking on people's skins.
Yeah, I've been doing henna for about 12 years now. I started doing it as a little girl, so I would, at Indian ceremonies, especially any celebration basically, so weddings, birthdays, when a baby is born, it always intrigued me when I saw other people getting it done. So I used to look at pictures and try and copy it on my own hand. And one day, somebody asked me to do a bride. So my first client was a bride because it's a necessity in Indian culture to do bridal henna. It's like doing your hair, makeup and nails when you're getting married.
Can I get it as a man?
You can.
So
Yeah.
do men actually do henna?
Men do. In India, the grooms actually do it as well.
I didn't
Obviously,
know that.
masculine designs, not flowers and,
Oh, not flowers.
and butterflies. Henna used to be just a traditional thing, just for Indian weddings, I would say. Now it's becoming quite a fashion statement.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well.
People would probably want tattoos in a henna style, which would be
I
really
do
cool.
get quite often actually.
Okay,
Yes.
awesome. I did this on my hand yesterday.
How long do you take to actually apply the henna on?
It depends on the design. This one took me about 30 minutes,
Wow, okay.
but it comes with practice and experience. It does last about 2 weeks though.
Does that specific pattern have any meaning to it?
The paisleys have meaning, so they say that different designs have different meanings. Paisleys are said to mean good luck. That's why we always do it on bridal henna as well.
Okay.
Flowers symbolize rebirth or the starting of a new journey. So if a lady's having a baby, we will do a henna design with flowers mainly. So tell me more about what you do.
I'd like to show you more of what I do actually. What I did was I just brought references to show you some of my work that I did. This is just a few of the pieces that I've done on people. This was one of my favorite pieces to do actually.
That's lovely.
Actually what I do is I draw out a stencil on carbon paper and I paste it on the person's skin, and that's how I do my tattoos. I can actually show you the carbon
Sure.
paper as well. So I put the design on this carbon paper, I draw over it. Well, the design ends up having a print at the underneath of the paper. So I use antiseptic, I wipe it over the skin, I paste the picture on, it comes out. You get magnum needles that go through there, and then the round needles that go through there. And your needle goes in. This is an example of a needle. You put the needle in and then you put the grip in. So that's your tattoo machine. I always use Vaseline as well. The secret behind Vaseline is that it prevents the ink from staining the skin. And when you wipe the ink off, because you have to tattoo and wipe, it prevents you from wiping that stencil off as well. Because if you use your stencil, you're not going to be able to know where to tattoo.
Yeah.
Examples of inks as well. I've got black, blue, red, all the primary colors. And what I do basically is if I need a different color that I don't have, I just mix it. And the most important thing before you do your tattoo as well is the consent. Basically, it relieves you of anything that happens after the tattoo is done. Say for instance, in fact, if your client comes to you, get a tattoo, or you do it perfectly, and they go and they infect it. You get different sizes of needles. This one is actually closest to the smallest needle. You do get single needles as well.
Okay, wow.
The 3 basically means that there are 3 needles in this one needle. I've got magnums as well. You can see the difference with this one as well. It's the flat needle. This one is a 9 magnum, so there's 9 needles in this one. Here's a 5 round liner as well. It's very similar to the 3 round liner, although there's more needles in there, so that'll be thicker.
Now that I've seen everything, can I show you more about what I do?
Absolutely, I look forward to it.
I'm gonna love and leave you guys. I'll catch up with you later.
Okay, thanks, Sia.
Okay. That henna is made from a plant. So what they do is they basically take the leaves of the plant, it's like very tiny leaves, dry it, crush it, and this is what it looks like. It becomes a powder. Okay. It has a very distinct smell, so you would know instantly that it's henna. We mix it with some essential oils. So I'll just show you quickly how it's done. So a little bit of sugar, because sugar helps it stick to the skin. The paste needs to be silky. Okay? Because remember with henna designs, even though it's not permanent, when you apply the paste on the skin, it starts to stain immediately.
Wow, okay.
So there's no going back and erasing it and then going over it. We mix it with some lemon juice as well.
Okay.
Because lemon juice is an acid, and acid helps to release the dye in the paste quicker. So it helps with the color.
How do you know how much of each thing to put in to the mixture?
So depending on how much powder you put in, there's no like specific measurements. You would know according to the way that the paste feels. It needs to feel sulky, you know? And then what we do is we also add a little bit of essential oil. So lavender or eucalyptus oil, this also helps with, you know, the paste being a little bit sulky. The process of making a henna paste is, it takes a while because it has to be the perfect consistency. It can't be too runny as well. It can't be too thick because then it's going to get trapped in the cone. When you make the paste like this, we can't use it immediately because there's something called the dye release process. What we do is, now if I've mixed it, I would cover it with some cling wrap or some plastic, and you actually leave it overnight. And you wait for the dye to release from the paste. Wow, so tomorrow morning, when we wake up, the cling wrap would be orange in color, and that's how we know that the paste is ready to be used. It doesn't cause any skin reactions. I use it on little kids as well, and I've used it on cancer patients. Instead of having wigs now, people have henna designs on their heads, which is pretty beautiful because they're like walking pieces of art. There are some people that use black henna. It contains ink, so anything that contains ink can be harmful to the skin. You have to be certain that it's safe, you know. They came out with instant henna now. That can cause skin reactions as well. It causes skin blistering. I refuse to use any of that. The way you would know that henna is natural, like it's the proper traditional henna paste, is that it would have that distinct smell that I told you about. It smells very earthy.
I can actually smell it now.
Yeah,
yes.
And it will always darken gradually. It was said that the whole thing with the bridal henna and why it's such a big necessity and tradition, back in the day in India, women that couldn't afford jewelry on their wedding day, they would rather have henna designs done. And so there's Indian designs, which are similar to what I have in my hand, paisleys and flowers and very intricate, like swirls and little dots. There are Arabic designs. Arabic designs are always very, like, it's got very intricate detail and then very bold lines. I'll show you that when we're doing the prac. And then there's Moroccan designs. Moroccan designs are very linear, so there's a lot of like squares and triangles and, you know, there's a lot of shapes to it. Bridal designs are like super intricate, so it would be both sides of both hands, and we do the feet. Once the paste is ready, it's applied in a cone like this. Before I show you how to do a henna design with one that's already made, I'm just going to keep this away. I hold it like this. I hold it at the bottom because I feel like I have more control over it. So you would snip off the tip like that. Always rest your arm on something, you know, just so that you have support, see? Remember that it's art, so you do whatever like comes to you, you know? And there's a basic design.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Thank you.
For some overnight homework tonight, you're welcome to take one of these, and I would suggest practicing on a piece of paper. You're welcome to reference that design and try and do it.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you. Sia.
How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. And you?
I'm good. See you busy there.
Yeah, starting on my overnight project that I just received from Tanisha. She basically gave me the task of copying this pattern onto the paper just to see how I work with the henna.
Any similarities that you've picked up between henna and how you do your tattoos?
It's quite surprising how many similarities there actually are. The way in which she holds her instrument, the way in which she applies it as well. For instance, one of the similarities is that as soon as you apply this onto the skin, it's going to start staining. So the only one difference between that is that mine is permanent and hers still goes away.
You know, so I've also been doing a bit of reading when I left you guys there. Henna literally means to become a queen.
Oh,
and the design called Mendi came into use because of cooling therapeutic effect in a hot climate. So then they're talking about a variety of traditions underlying the use of Mendi. For example, dark Mendi designs signify strength, growth, and newlywed couples. Alrighty, so hopefully you'll also use some of these things as well.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. So you'll be sleeping here today, and I'll meet up with you bright and early tomorrow.
Great.
Sleep well?
Yes, definitely did. Thank you so much.
Your quest still continues. Yesterday you had a bit of work to do.
Yes, I did.
How did that come out? Did you do it very well?
I hope so.
We'll find out what Tanisha has to say about it when she sees it. But are you looking forward to today?
Absolutely.
Shall we go see her?
Yes, we shall.
Somebody's very energetic.
I have to be.
Yes, ma'am. Let's go.
Thanks.
Like the outfit. Very colorful.
Thank you.
Looks beautiful on you. Yes, so please tell us a bit about today's plans and what do you have in line for us?
First of all, as you can see, I'm wearing our traditional Indian wear. I'm actually wearing a Punjabi. I have a sharara for you, and I'd like you to put this on. Wow. You look lovely.
Thank you so much.
This looks very, very different.
And the cool thing is, at least my tattoos do show as well.
Oh, okay.
That's a sharara, so it's basically a top and a skirt, and the sash also. And then there's a sari, which is a piece of material.
Yeah, because that's what I know. I know the sari.
Yeah.
How do you like your outfit?
I really love it, especially the colors as well.
I like the shoes too, so I see it's matching. Let me see.
So, how was the homework I gave you yesterday?
A lot of fun, actually, I must admit. I messed up the first one a bit, so I did it again.
It's actually pretty good for a first attempt. It's better than my first attempt.
Maybe it does come naturally with the whole tattooing
I think
artistry thing.
So which one did you make a mistake on?
Exactly. Even I can see it.
Actually, those dots over there and that one, it went out in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Out of 10, how much do you give her for her first attempt?
8.5.
Wow.
Not a bad score.
Thank you.
Where to from here? Now that you've seen her work, do you think that, she is ready to proceed and learn a bit more?
Absolutely. Shall we?
Yes, absolutely.
Proceed. Since we did a little bit of an Indian design yesterday with the flower and the paisleys and, today we can do an Arabic design and I can show you the difference. Can I do it on your other hand, if you don't mind? Remember when you're using a henna cone, you must always squeeze the first bit out in the front because it oxidizes, okay? It comes into contact with oxygen and it gets a little bit hard and it doesn't stain. So an Arabic design, it always has very bold lines initially. It's also called a Kali G design, if you've ever seen that word. If you look at the style compared to the one we did yesterday, it's completely different. There we go. It looks almost like a little, it looks almost like a little hand chain.
It's
completely different. Shall I show you a little bit more of an intricate Indian design on that hand, perhaps?
Yes, no problem.
Cool.
So, would you be able to replicate this design on someone else? Is it like a set design? How do the designs work?
I basically just get an idea of the style that the person would like. It's really difficult to replicate it. Do you like that?
I really do, wow.
It's normally like a little bit more intricate, but just for today, I cut it down a bit. It's stained pretty dark, eh? On your hand, can you see that orange?
Yeah, wow.
They say that the darker your henna, especially for a bride, the more your future mother-in-law loves you. Would you like to try and do some Arabic designs?
Yes.
I think you did really well. So I think that you should try and do some henna on someone. I have arranged somebody. I'll go and get her and I'll leave you to it.
Sekuyisikhathi ke sokuthi ke yena ke lana ke uTasneeka a prepare for i-reveal yakhe. Ngifuna ukubona ukuthi uma sexube ihenna nangendlela yena lenenza ngakhona ke ama-tattoos kuzophuma maphika ama-design.
Okay. I brought a few people to have a look at the henna that you've done. I'll leave you to it. You can just explain to them what you've done.
So basically what I've done today as well, I've fused a little bit of my tattooing with my henna knowledge as well now. So I have a model, Cindy, here, who I did some art on, who I'd like to show you guys what I've done. I designed a normal piece for the henna, as I would usually do it with a tattoo. I stencil it out first and then I do the tattoo once I did that. But instead of using ink and a needle this time, I used henna. So I decided to choose the Indian design for the piece that I've done on Cindy today. Basically just a few flowers and squiggles and dots incorporated into it.
Tanisha, what do you think of her design?
I'm really impressed, I must say. I think the most amazing thing was that she caught on so fast. Yes. When I started learning henna, it took me forever to do the things that she's done in 2 days.
Tess, your quest is done. You're going back home after now. Anything that you've taken from this quest, how are you going to infuse it with how you do your tattoos?
What it's going to really benefit me in is, say for instance, someone is a bit unsure about getting a tattoo and they're not too sure if they actually want it permanent on their skin. They can get it done in henna. And then if they like it for those weeks that it's on them and then they decide to get it permanent, then I'm making double the money.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Before we go as well, Cindy, how do you feel about your tattoo?
Awesome, it's beautiful.
Yes.
I mean, as you can see, I do like tattoos.
Ngibona lo msebenzi owenziwe uTasneeka umsebenzi omuhle kakhulu. Engakwenza nje ngingakhuthaza intsha ukuthi nayo uma ingabheka izinto ibuze kwabadala izinto ekade zenziwa zamasiko mhlambe bangasizakala kunalempilo le esibona yenzeka entsheni manje.
Mbukeli ngithi uhambo la lentokazi lungithozise kakhulu ngifundela ukukhulu ke ngehenna. Angithemba ukuthi wena lapha ekhaya usithokozele isiqephu sethu sanamhlanje. Uyazi ke same time same place mina nawe it's a date. iCulture Quest SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. Igama Siyabonga Isibongo Mdlalose ngithi sizobonana next week. Nisale kahle. For more information, visit our website on www.culturequest.co.za or drop us an email at culturequest@aviwebds.co.za.